DSC0392.hit. Unlabeled.
Oh my gosh.
Image. Graphic. Graphic. Graph period. Graphic.
That, my friends, is a result of poorly written alt text or none put in at all. Do you work with images for your job? Adding alt text can be stressful because it's another thing on your list that you have to check off when completing something. And honestly, as a designer myself, I find alt text can be very tedious and time consuming. So I've been working to find a way to use AI to help me speed up my process. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my prompt that I use with AI to help me get good results. But the key is we still need that human touch. So we'll do the best we can to get the prompt to do the best alt text we can. And then me as a human, or you when you're doing it, need to go in and you need to make sure that things are being done properly. You need to read through all alt text before you put it out in the world. But don't you worry, because I've created a checklist that I'm going to share with you that you can just go through and make sure that everything fits the criteria and your alt text works well. And this is really great, especially for the really complex images. AI can write a good starting point for me way faster than I could write it myself, even though I know how to. All right, so on the screen, I'm showing you the exact prompt that I use, and I'm gonna read through it and explain it as we go. So the prompt reads, you are an accessibility specialist helping write alt text for an image. Alt text is written description that screen readers read aloud to people who are blind or have low vision, have a cognitive disability, or other people who use a screen reader for a variety of other reasons. So it needs to communicate the same information a person gets from looking at an image in word form. This is important to keep in mind when you're doing your alt text, that it's primarily going to be used by people who are visually impaired and blind. However, there are other people who are going to be using screen readers. The guidelines: 1. Describe only what is visually present. Do not interpret meaning, infer emotions, or explain what the image represents. Simply describe what is being shown. Now, I think this is one of the most important ones, because AI likes to do a lot of crazy things. When I've used it, it likes to try to infer things, or it tries to make assumptions and try to interpret things, and a lot of times it's not right. So we just want to make sure that the person's getting the information they need. We also want it to be concise, so that it's not too wordy or overwhelming for the user. 2, do not guess at identities, race, age, relationships, disabilities, or intention unless I tell you to include them when they are important within the context. Now, the majority of the time, what someone looks like, or their age, or their race, all of these things really don't matter to a screen reader user. So there are going to be exceptions to that, and it really just depends on the context. So you really want to pay attention and make sure you tell AI if that is going to be relevant. 3, skip image of, photo of, or graphic of. Screen readers already announced that it's an image. So this is just a reminder to the AI that we don't need to add extra words by telling the user that it's an image or a graphic of some kind, because like the prompt says, a screen reader announces it's an image before it starts reading the alt text, and so it would just be repetitive. 4, be concise but complete. Prioritize the information a sighted viewer would get in the first 2 to 3 seconds of looking. So this one, think about it like if you're looking at a chart or a graph, you're looking at the overall context first, and then you're gonna look at the more granular details in the image. So we wanna make sure that AI is giving that full context before giving all the minor details. Okay, so 5, if there is text in an image, like signs, labels, captions, UI text, transcribe it exactly. Assume all items are important in the image unless I clarify otherwise. Now, important to note, we're not gonna include all the text. We really have to pay attention to the context. But what I have found most helpful with AI is I've just asked it to put all text, and then when I'm doing my human check, I'm gonna go through and edit it and delete anything that is extra, because I found it easier for AI to put everything and me delete versus me trying to describe like, you should include this, but don't include that, but maybe you should include this. So then if it just puts everything, I can easily edit it. 6, write in plain language, full sentences, no lists or formatting. Always keep it in paragraph form. So screen readers can't really read like more nuanced and more detailed things like lists. So we just really want to make sure that it's in plain, simple English in a paragraph. 7, do not mention color unless it's essential information for the image and context. 8, do not mention location of information unless it's important for the information in the context. 9, do not mention the size of something unless it's relevant. So all 3 of these ones are important to note because sometimes it's going to be helpful and sometimes it's going to be not. A lot of times AI loves to put in colors for me and is really not helpful. Like it will be like, oh, the background's blue. I could care less that the background is blue. That's just words that don't need to be included and doesn't add any significance or meaning to what the image is. And so these ones you're really gonna have to play a part in deciding like, does the color, the location or size really make a difference? And when I say location, I mean like, usually it tries to describe like, first it has this, and then next on the image is this, and it's right below it or to the right of it. And so you just need to decide if that actually is helpful in the context. And then 10, use proper punctuation. So screen readers usually doesn't read punctuation. However, some screen readers have the option to turn on punctuation and it kind of dictates how it reads it. So punctuation really is actually important when it comes to alt text. 11, do not use full capitalization unless it's intentional. So screen readers, when it's all caps, it will spell it out instead of reading it as a word. So for example, if I put the word Uno for the game, U-N-O, it will say if you put it in all caps instead of it reading Uno. So you just want to make sure you're aware of that so that you only put things in all caps that you want to, like an acronym, that you would probably want it to spell it out. Let's run through what the human checklist is and what you should be looking for after AI gives you the alt text that it suggests. So number 1 on the human list is important. This is just even determining if alt text is needed for the image. I have a previous video I'll go ahead and link for you that talks all about alt text and when alt text is needed. So if you need a refresher, go ahead and watch that video. So in an HTML or website setting, if an image is deemed decorative or doesn't need alt text, you would put alt equals empty quotes. Or if it's for another context like a PDF or for social media or anything other than a website or HTML setting, you can go ahead and just leave the alt text blank and it won't read alt text for it. But remember, this is your call and not AI's call. I specifically didn't put in my prompt that I want AI to decide if it needs alt text because it's up to you to decide in the context of where your image is going to be placed. That is one thing you're going to have to do that the AI won't be able to do effectively for you. 2, is the alt text under 125 characters or does it need a longer description paired with it? Now, the standard typically is alt text should be 125 characters or less, but there are going to be images that definitely need more. So you need to be familiar with the platform that you're using and what restrictions it has with alt text. And then you can put those restrictions in your prompt for AI so that it can make sure it's meeting those criteria. So sometimes it's going to be appropriate to have alt text and what we call a long description. So it will have a shorter version describing it more generically. And then we'll put like a caption, or some places let you do a longer description or a longer alt text. And that's where you'll put the longer description. So yeah, this is really gonna vary from platform to platform and where you're actually putting your alt text. So do some research on that. And then you'll know from then on what's required for your platform. 3, does the description only cover what's visually present? No interpreted meaning, emotion, or what it represents? So we're just gonna be checking that it's not inferring anything or making any kind of weird assumptions. That one, usually I just have to edit out like a sentence or even a couple of words. Honestly, most of the time it tries to tack it on at the end. So I've just really paid attention to the end of its alt description to make sure it's not doing that. 4 is identity, race, age, relationship, or disability, or anything like that mentioned when it shouldn't be because it's not relevant to the context. Next we have is color or location or size mentioned. So we're just gonna check on that. Sometimes you might need to add in reference to color, location, or size. If it misses it, you also might just need to delete it. Next is all meaningful text in the image transcribed exactly. So this is where I'm saying AI puts all the text, and this is where you're gonna go in and delete what's not important to the context of that specific image. Then you're gonna wanna double check that it doesn't make any reference to it being an image, unless it's like a reference to something like saying it's an infographic or a chart. That you do want to include. That can be part of the beginning context in helping with the alt text. A couple of other times you might want to mention definitely is for a logo, if it's an icon, especially if it's going to bring you to a certain location. Also, if it adds characters, so like if it's an illustration or a painting, you're going to want to point that out. So for things like charts and graphs and infographics, these are going to be a lot more complex images. And it's really going to be up to you to decide what's important based on the context. So a lot of the time it's going to be all right to just give key takeaways or like a summary of what's being shown. However, you want to make sure that you're giving all the relevant information. I usually like to give as much as I can without it being overwhelming and not understandable. Some people would argue that you should put all text what is being shown. And I really personally think it just depends on the context. If it's an educational setting, like for school or for any kind of work thing where you really need to understand all the data, you definitely are gonna wanna explain everything. So this one is really up to you to decide what needs to be read. So the next one is, does the alt text make sense in the context? Is there other information that's saying the exact same thing? Is it being described in the text before or after it? And then you don't have to put all of those details because they already explained it. And then you can simplify your alt text. You don't want to be repetitive. But if you have the same image in a different context, you're going to require different alt text. All right. So the final point I want to make is it is crucial, important for you to test with the screen reader. Make sure you're trying it out. Test out the page with the actual tool that a screen reader would be using. That's gonna be the best bet of making sure you're doing good alt text. You can get NVDA for a Windows, which is free, and Mac users, you can use VoiceOver for free. It's built into your Mac. These are screen readers you can use for free, okay? There's also ones that are built into like Chrome or PDF. These ones aren't as good. They're newer, so they're trying to improve them. But if that's all you got, then that's gonna be better than nothing. So we always wanna make sure that we test it. And at the bare minimum, just read it out loud and picture what it is. If you really have a tricky one, find a friend and read it to them, but don't show them the image, and see if they can understand what the image is without actually seeing it. Okay, this was a lot of information all at once. I hope it wasn't too overwhelming. You just have to learn it first and it will get easier over time. Now, I really still want to show you some good examples of using my prompt and how I interact with it as the human. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the decision to make another video for next week where I'm gonna use this AI prompt and I'm gonna show you how it works. So make sure to subscribe to my channel below and turn on that notification bell. It's totally free and it will tell you when I put out new videos like the one about this alt text. And if you thought this video was helpful, give it a big thumbs up so that the algorithm knows that you thought it was helpful. Comment below if you give this prompt a try and how it goes for you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!